Welcome, Capricorn. This is Mary with Seer. This is your Valentine's message, Valentine love message for February 2020. These have been unexpected, because love means many things to many people. It's my heater under there. My office is in the basement. So anyway, let's take a look and see what we've got here. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks you for your shares and subscriptions and donations and booking readings with me, Capricorn. Thanks for being thanks for being on my journey or with me. So I have the Wizard of Awareness. This is an amazing card because this is like it's a wizard. It's the magician, basically. So let's talk about that. I'm going to read it because I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't had this card in a long time out of this deck. Okay. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you also. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. If you have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. That's it's kind of looking at it from another perspective, right? Wearing the world as a loose garment Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing happens to you in a personal way. So it's like you being the soul with the meat suit, right? People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without direct influence from you. You know how, it reminds me how animals, it's like on those nature movies. That's a weird analogy. Like on the nature shows, when they would allow animals to kind of go the natural, maybe an animal would be eaten by another animal. I'm not saying you're going to get eaten, but it's the natural order of things, that it's not personal. An animal's weak, an animal was hungry, and therefore it served a purpose. So, but the natural order will rebalance itself, but without any interaction from the outside. So, if you were to take your situation and just detach from it and look at it from a third party example, you watched yourself and what you've been doing, your actions in this. Does that change your perspective? So, it's detaching without the, they're still asking me to rephrase this again. Detaching without the emotions. Looking at it without the emotions attached. As if you were watching your story, but not really playing a part in it at that moment that you're watching it, that you're reviewing it. Okay? Reviewing somebody else's life, but it's yours. How that will shift your perception somehow. And as a magician, you realize that as an observer, I wonder if I would have said that, if that could have changed that. It's not personal, you see. That many of people's actions aren't personal anyway. It's about them. It's personal to them. It's how they're feeling, but it's not really, sometimes it's nothing personal against us. We just happen to be there when stuff happens. Sometimes it is personal because it's part of our journey. So, Five of Pentacles, this is really good because this is looking at the patterns within relationships where we suffer financial loss or breaking up relationships over and over. Queen of Swords. So this is learning the truth. This is speaking the truth. This is taking information and really looking at it honestly and asking the questions that need to be asked. And that's part of that is having that detached view. Queen of Swords is air. Air signs have the ability to detach their feelings. They seem cold only because they detach the feelings to make better decisions. They do. Sometimes it gets off on the other end where they feel like they have no feelings at all because, well, when you detach, it's easy to stay detached sometimes, But Queen of Swords is she's fair, but she's not going to be afraid to say, I don't think so. She's not going to be afraid to ask the questions that everybody's tippy-toeing around. But she can be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, feminine energy. But air energy is also masculine. So the queen is one that will engage in conversations to find out information. Okay? But she wields her sword and she'll use it. But she doesn't have to be an air sign. It could be Capricorn. It could be you wanting to find out the truth about something, man. I'm not letting go. And I embodying that, So the truth about what? Truth about love? About choices that somebody has made in love? Lover's card is it's a Gemini card. So maybe dealing with an air sign, or embracing this energy. Gemini, the reason why Gemini is the lovers is because Gemini is about duality. It's about making the tough decisions in love that, there's two sides of things. Geminis are very good at looking at two different sides of a story. It's kind of one of their gifts, So, why was somebody being shut out? What's the truth about the situation, about the choices that have been made in love? And were they yours or were they somebody else's? Let's get another card. So the Empress reverse, well, this is Taurus usually. Empress is Taurus. It doesn't have to be. But it's kind of the Empress is the divine feminine. Reverse, it would be the distorted feminine. And this is somebody that wouldn't be a good mom. They'd be more dependent. They wouldn't have good self-esteem. And maybe they would be somebody that would step out in a relationship. Yep. And that's just me as an air sign being honest about what I see. But anybody has that capability. It doesn't just have to be Empress. But the Empress, when she shows up that way, this is not somebody that, would appear to do that. Because they show up well. They present well. They seem rather royal in a way. But not really. Not in this energy right there. I don't know why I'm pulling another card, but I'll tell you why. Because I got the Emperor reverse. So it takes two to tango in the distorted energy. So this can be, this is Aries, but it doesn't have to be. He's not the master builder he's not the master builder when he's reversed. He's the destroyer. Okay. Somebody that's not having a good plan, is not organized, and they're just destructive and very much coming from their ego. I don't know if that's you or not. But this is what's been happening in the relationships. This is the truth about how they keep going sideways and the cycle keeps repeating. Okay? That's stepping back and get an honest perspective. Okay? What a great gift for Valentine's is to be able to identify that. Therefore, once we're able to identify the patterns, we have the ability to change them and go, oh, no, wait a minute. What am I doing here? Being honest about what we're seeing in ourselves and others. Not just others, but in ourselves. Because, like they were saying, the inside, what we're experiencing inside is what we're seeing on the outside, or it wouldn't be coming into play. It wouldn't be coming into focus. It wouldn't be an issue. Okay. So now we're just going to get a couple cards from our angels and ancestors. From your angels and ancestors, maybe all of ours. And we're kind of connected, you know. These wonderful, wonderful gifts of insight about love and about our own relationships and our own lives does give us the ability. Look at this. Oh my God. I'll take these two. It gives us the ability to truly change what we're doing. And, you know, it's like pointing things out. And that's a great gift of tarot and oracle. Okay, so what we have here is High Priestess harnessing mystical power. This is the mate to the magician, is a High Priestess. Also, we have the Shaolin Master. Shaolin Master is, well, this is, it's, I want to say, Shaolin Master is a martial arts way of centering and moving energy and slowing things down and concentration and determination. And yes, it's the same thing, only with a different kind of genre, a different kind of idea. Okay? So we have the High Priest as the wizard. The magician. We have the High Priestess, intuition. Magician is physical reality, stepping back from the physical reality to see what's really going on. The High Priestess is the mystical, the intuition, the spiritual connection, a knowing. And the Shaolin Master is a combination of both, okay? So integration of all three energies and seeing the truth in physical reality, what's been going on in relationships and what's playing out in the dynamics of each other. And there's nobody here. Nobody's innocent. We have a perfect match of distortion. And this is the other gift, to see that you can't blame it on them and they can't blame it all on you. Wow. But look at this power that you've gained through this. What a great Valentine's gift, this power. Incredible insight and power. And if you want to know what your next step is, all you got to do is just tap into what you've been starting to harness right now. Okay? So happy Valentine's Day. And I love you, Capricorn. Take care.